Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Um, There's nothing like college sports. It's beloved in America. It builds cohesion among the community and alumni and students, and great pride in your institution. You admire the skill of all the student athletes, and then the care and concern of the coaches and support staff. But it's also big business. I think right now, college sports generates over $18 billion all told, but it wasn't until that 2021 U.S. Supreme Court case where they granted student athletes the rights to their own name, image, and likeness. So this is still new, and the courts, universities, athletes, and Congress were really trying to figure out how to navigate the landscape. So this hearing comes as we await another court decision on the multi-billion-dollar settlement between the NCAA, the Power Five conferences, and the student athletes. And that settlement is going to resolve multiple lawsuits and better set the rules of the game going forward. And Chair Bilirakis, I know that you care, and you've been talking to me and other members about trying to bring some guardrails, and I'm interested in working with you on that. But I just do not think we can ignore the bigger picture right now of what is happening in higher education with the illegal shutdown of federal funds, of grant monies that flow to students and educators, the wrench thrown into research at higher ed institutions by Elon Musk at the direction of the president. I fear for the fallout for all students at the University of Florida, and at the University of South Florida, and at FSU, and at UCF, research funding, and then the slashing of student aid, student financial aid. I think this, we're going to be in a quandary here, and I just couldn't let this moment pass without speaking up about this. NIL is very important, but there is a bigger picture here, and it goes right to the heart of the economic security of all students in all of our institutions of higher learning. That said, Ms. Cole, I think I am so impressed with your pathway in life. You were a student at one of the nation's top research universities, and yes, they're crying out about the NIH and scientific funding quandary. But let's put this in context. Can you discuss your research experience and that of you and your classmates that you were able to have at the collegiate level, and what that has done for your professional growth?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for the question, Congresswoman. I did do some research with the more lower level education communities in North Carolina, helping to provide more culturally relevant curriculum within computer science. So I know how important it is. I've witnessed how important it is, but I am prepared here to speak on the future of NIL and college athletics. So
okay, then let me ask you more about that. But let me say, the folks in the research triangle in North Carolina and at all the research institutions and at colleges large and small are crying out for help. Unfortunately, the courts have weighed in on these illegal shutdowns of federal funding, and we brace ourselves for the Republican budget that is going to come and really take a hatchet to student financial aid and Pell Grants. But back on this topic, I'm very concerned with Title IX and what NIL is doing to build inequities. We've worked so hard over the years to ensure there is equity between female and male athletes. What you said that you really see this as an opportunity for students to, when it comes to the non-revenue sports, small colleges, Olympic sports, but what's the solution when it comes to parity between men and women?
I mean, obviously, parity between men's and women's sports is paramount, and seeing the exponential growth that has happened, especially in the past year. I mean, having the National Women's Basketball game have more viewership than the men's, and then finally achieving gender parity in the Olympics, I think it's extremely important. But I'm not able to speak on the actual implementation of the laws of how that would
Okay,
happen.
so that's up to us, Mr. Chairman, to ensure that NIL doesn't warp all of the hard work that we've made to build opportunities for men and women alike in sports. So I'll yield back. Thank you very much.